Level 7.6 Evacuation. Survival difficulty. Class undetermined. Mysterious properties. Unknown information. Undocumented entities. Level 7.6 is an abandoned cruise ship, filled with disorganized bookshelves and various furniture, arranged within a myriad of platforms. These rostrums can be located anywhere from just above the surface of the water to several tens of meters high, with the lowest supported by steel beams. Most locations typically associated with cruise ships are scattered about, and the level as a whole is surmounted by a vast opening in place of the topsides. Despite its staticity, this ship presents cracks the size of a small vehicle on the sides, leading directly into the waters, causing the inundation itself. The environment of Level 7. These openings effectively function solely on the act of entry for wanderers. Such is due to the enormous difference in pressure caused by the flow of water. The current does not seem to vary the amount of liquid on the ship, thus keeping it afloat, but it does lead to slight movements over time. Drainage systems are dysfunctional, or otherwise absent in the vast majority of the areas, and most cannot be inspected due to the depth at which they are located. There have been numerous findings of often moldy manuscripts and newspapers, usually on top of the tallest platforms, held by masts. Those responsible are unknown, and most genetic data is considered unreliable, if not incomplete. The context behind each written piece, as well as their respective handwriting, usually unreadable, seem to be consistent. A book may contain a biography of an important person, a collection of poems, or even something as casual as a shopping list. Regardless, not a single written work has been completed, most ending right before the final chapters or verses. The fact that most bookshelves would serve as proper containers suggests that the written pieces may have been placed strategically, and often with malicious intent. This practice has previously revealed to be disastrous, leading to the collapse of many pillars. Hundreds of manuscripts are known to be lost in the process. When researchers attempted to bring a few drafts from the outside, those generally deemed too unpolished would fall to their demise after about an hour, contrary to the others. A few, carried on top of a lifeboat, would be stranded on the water's surface. Footnote: some of these, dubbed reading crews, seemingly make it out of the ship through the crevices at their height, bypassing the pressure barrier. They are usually the means by which the level is located. Directing oneself below a nearby platform is a must in case of these avalanches. Footnote: preferably, the rostrum should be at most 5 to 10 meters taller than the closest terrace below. Be warned that this far from guarantees preventing injury, and that tens of personnel passed away despite this measure. Given said structural hazards, expeditions have to be carried out in groups of at least 3 wanderers. It is absolutely imperative to bring with oneself a first aid kit, and a torch for each individual, at minimum. Rock bottom. This section of the level, encompassing the lowermost layers, footnote, particularly the hull, below sea level, is wholly submerged and difficult to navigate. The waters within are highly polluted and stagnant, with a biological hazard consisting in the presence of dangerous amoeba. Even with enough artificial light, this zone is coated in a deadly mixture of ink and lead that makes it extremely opaque. Collapsed pillars tend to break down at these depths, alongside any of the valuable manuscripts they may have been hosting. Specialized rovers, guided by sound waves, are the only means by which any information can be obtained. Most remain stuck in one of the many crevices, never to crawl out. No manuscript or corpse can be retrieved here, dissolving upon removal. Needless to say, no human being should venture at those depths. Entrances and exits. Level 7.6 has no consistent method of entry, drifting every so often within Level 7, never reaching farther than 15 kilometers from the starting room. Even if found, setting it apart from the surroundings is a quite tricky task, lacking even a single light source on board. The aforementioned holes function consistently as entryways. Beware of the rough edges on the sides of the cracks, known to have previously taken the lives of under-equipped explorers. If large enough, the entrance's pressure gradient should not be particularly damaging. In order to leave, one must climb up the platforms close to the sides of the ship. The only options are to either jump down or to use a rope. Until further notice, please do not make the mistake of venturing on the cruise ship unprepared, for the MEG is heavily investing in research regarding its properties. On the 14th expedition authorized by the MEG, the subsection was sparsely covered in pamphlets of moderate sizes, with covers typically fabricated in red-dyed leather. Research in this regard has sparked a new wave of wonder from many passionate philologists, as well as regular readers. The pieces may differ slightly, but they have the same preface, a poem dubbed Finale. As of currently, 134 distinct pamphlets have been recovered, but more are known to board the ship. Elizabethan sonnet, Finale. Shall I regret thee, to a fair disdain, for whom I flew on sail the seas below? Shall I soon quench a wish for cracks and pain, such that it'll soon in vain all floors round blow? The passengers, oh yes, for which fear grows, behold their thoughts and scatter on the floors. Pristine as gem and dark as mighty crows, all pitch and ink, ideas shall flee the doors. Released by bureaus up on sheets on board, a horde they form, if thou did not, alas, escape, shall I forget, as thy, my lord? Or should decay a shoe scope thine, a class could not revive the inspiration of a time when I could feel the depths of my own rhyme. As of currently, Level 7.6's location is unknown,